But the battle's not over. The game's not over. Like all good bosses, they have multiple forms. And while this one apparently looks a lot like Kefka's final form, I can't disagree with it entirely. At least it has better music in my opinion. This is one winged angel. Unfortunately, this is the MIDI version that doesn't have the lyrics to it. But here it is. This is his final form. This is Safer Sephiroth. Okay, I'm a little nervous about this fight because I can lose to him, but I'll try not to. Let's start with Big Guard, of course. He's going to put up a wall. I wish I had some way to dispel that, but I don't think I have any way to dispel that, so I'm going to be a little bit dealing less damage than I could. There's some commands missing from Cloud's menu. Didn't he have Manipulate before? Whatever. There's Shadow Flare, so that'll add to his enemy skill. Go ahead and Pandora's box on Sephiroth here. As long as Cloud survives it. Please don't die. Okay, good, he did. He did survive, that is. Let's heal up here. X Potion on Cloud. Cloud's limit break as a limit break too, so that's good. We'll start off with some good damage as soon as we can. I want to wait till his barriers are down, so I may wait a little bit. Oh, we did get the lyrics with it. All right, awesome. The original PC version had the MIDI music, which didn't have the lyrics to it. I'm glad they actually put the MIDI lyric, the actual real lyrics to this one. I'm so happy for that. I should have healed up Cloud before. Holy Jesus! Sid's down. I should have healed up Cloud before using this limit break, because I think it's going to do some reduced damage because he's been hurt, or not. That's pretty decent damage. All right, I need to pick up Sid over here. I need to bitch slap Sid for 6,000 damage. Alright, follow up with an elixir. Okay, he's going up in the air. He's going to be doing his ultimate attack pretty soon. So we need to make sure everyone's at maximum HP for this. And definitely have a big guard up. Enemy skill, big guard now. Go ahead and go. Where's Tifa? Magic. Let's go ahead and throw down regen. Pale Horse. Okay, that's not the problem. That's not the one I'm looking for. That's a damaging one, but not the one I'm looking for. It's okay. I didn't know that was going to happen. Okay, let's fix that. Cloud is saddened, but also frogged, which is not good. Here's his ultimate attack, but my barriers are up. No, they're not up. That's not good. Let's hope I can survive this, though. I am regenning, so that's good. Well, that was good for a moment. This is his ultimate attack. This is called Supernova. Probably one of the longest animations in video game history as far as an attack. I think this is even longer than Knights of the Round, but I'm not really sure. I haven't actually counted yet. I'll turn off the add the help bar there to make it look a little bit more cinematic. Well, I believe this is probably the most awesome attack I've seen in video games. It's definitely one of the longest as well. Obviously, it just obliterated Pluto. I'm sure Oryx is there somewhere. It's a Disney reference. Puts a giant fucking hole in Jupiter. Boing. Hits our star, of course. Now, I have to ask one thing. If he could do this Supernova ability, why bother summoning Meteor? This is a much more powerful, much more deadly attack. There goes Mercury. I'm sure the Vex are pissed. Another Destiny reference. There goes Venus, along with the Fallen and the Vex. I'll start making Destiny references now. Now, I don't believe that Supernova can actually kill your party. I think it does a severe amount of damage. I think it inflicts some status ailments, but I don't think it can actually kill your party. We'll find out here if Sid dies, because he's the lowest one on health. And we all just like stare at it as it approaches, because we're badasses, right? We just stare at the sun as it approaches us. Okay, well, actually, they didn't do much damage to us at all. Only like half damage. Alright, we did limit break though, so let's go ahead and throw that down. And Sephiroth comes back down. He's going to cast break. That's alright. Go Tifa. And he's dead anyway because they got too much. There was more damage he could heal. Even if he survived the petrification, he wasn't going to survive the damage. Bonk. Dolphin blow. Come on, Tifa. Pick up the. I love it when he picks up the enemy. When she picks up the enemy and throws him, especially that one right there. That enemy there. And boom! Very good damage there. All right, go ahead. We need to get some. He's gonna come back down now, so we can do some healing, especially MP wise. Phoenix down to pick him up. She put an ether on her, a turbo ether on herself. He needs to heal himself, so let's go. Item. Elixir. Can I have elixir left? I don't have elixir left. Okay. X potion on him. Enemy skill. He's going to dispel our haste. That's okay. We're about to put it back down. Alright, now we can go back to Ultima. Let's go ahead and go. Let's give him a taste of his own medicine. Hit him with Comet 4 times. Now, Cloud, we can go back to enemy skill. Pandora's box. Dean, what is this? Okay, that looks like it's going to hurt. Okay, not as bad as I thought. Pandora's... Oh, counterattack! I'm really glad they put the original music back in there, because the original PC version that I played before, not the Steam version, the one before it, they had the MIDI music in place of the original music, and at this point there were no lyrics, so you just had the MIDI version of the song, which sounded horrible. I'm so glad they fixed that. I'm so happy. Alright, let's go with Ultima. I should have gone with Medio there, but it's okay. See, if Sephiroth's wall is still up, remember he cast wall into the first round, if his wall is up, the Pandora's box should penetrate that, or bypass it, because that's what it's supposed to do. How are we doing on health so far? Everybody's health is fine. Enemy skill. Pandora's box. On Tifa's next turn, I'll throw down a regen for protection, and probably another big guard to make sure we keep our defenses up. $3,600, not bad. Now, one thing I wanted to mention there before I forget it. The reason that I told you... Oh, this might hurt. Okay, not bad. You survived it. The reason that you don't want to use Knights of the Round summon on Genova Synthesis, if you picked up the Knights of the Round materia, the summon materia from Round Island, you do not want to use it against Genova Synthesis, because, again, this is what I've heard. I haven't experienced this myself, so I can't verify it. But if you use Knights of the Round against Genova Synthesis, Safer Sephiroth, which is this one here, will be a lot stronger. More HP, I believe, and I believe his attacks do more damage. So, unless you want a more challenging boss, which I think I've just defeated, and I have, awesome. If you want a more challenging, safer Sephiroth here, use Knights of the Round against Genova Synthesis. If you don't use Knights of the Round against Genova Synthesis. It will make him stronger. But I've done enough damage to wipe him out, and Sephiroth is forever gone. There goes the one winged angel. A much shorter fight compared to Bizarro Sephiroth, mostly because I think Bizarro kept healing. If Bizarro didn't heal as much, it probably wouldn't have been as long of a fight. But with that, he disappears into the great beyond, and Final Fantasy VII is over. Or is it? That's what we learned when we went to when we were with Buchenhagen back at the Forgotten Capital. Yuffie's tired out. Look at her. Even though she didn't do anything because we left her out of the party. Kate. I just realized Kate sits sleeping on top of his Moogle, and Red's resting. Sid looks tired too. And with that, we all head home. I guess we're going to return to the High Wind. And, uh-oh, what's the flash? How? We just saw him disintegrate into whatever that was. Uh-oh, now we got to split again. He's got a headache and he's being split up again. He's doing that whole projection, the astral projection thing again. And here's an awesome cutscene. I believe what we're seeing here is Cloud dealing with the. Obviously, we already know who he is. He is Sephiroth. Sephiroth is still here. I believe the he that I was trying to say what we're dealing with, what we're looking at here, is Cloud dealing with Sephiroth, the Sephiroth that's still inside himself. We killed Sephiroth already by defeating the two forms that were holding back Holy. All that's left now is what's still left inside of Cloud. He is a Sephiroth clone with the Sephiroth gene still inside him. And of course he opens his eyes to see the big guy himself. Of the mini cutscenes that, I'll get to that part of it. I'm going to get to this fight here. Now, here is one reason why I didn't worry too much about getting Cloud's level 4 limit break. As you can see, his limit bar is filling. Weight bar is already filled. All we can do is just sit here and just watch this fight, watch this flashes for a moment. Limit bar fills. Limit, Omni Slash, go. This is his level 4 limit break, and this is what it looks like. Slashing the living shit out of Sephiroth. And then for good measure, flash to both faces, and boom! And with that, Sephiroth is truly and finally defeated. At least until Advent Children.
I was about to say, no he's not!
And I'll let you guys enjoy. If achievement unlocked, end of game. We've eaten the game the game is finally over, this time for sure. I'll let you guys enjoy the final cutscene. There you go. It goes very good, by the way. And I'll get to some points I was going to make when the credits start rolling, because I got my review to go over and all that stuff. So enjoy it. I'll be back. They didn't censor that one. How many different forms does the high wind have? In case you don't recognize, this area here. This is because we haven't seen it since disc 1. This is actually Calm, by the way, the town of Calm, just outside of Midgar. And we know who this is. Somebody else we haven't seen since disc 1. So big you can see it from Cosmo Canyon. That's how big Meteor is. And interestingly, in the game, on the exact same face that we began it with, Aeris. Check this out real quick. 500 years later. Little bonus post-credit video here. Oh, look at there. You can obviously figure out that's Red 13. He's got a couple of cubs with him. And by the way, yes, that's actually, his tail actually has a flame on the end of it. That wasn't just a graphic thing or anything like that. He actually has fire on the end of his tail. That's how his breed works. At the top of this cliff. Remember all that stuff I told you about, kids? Well, this is where it all started. 500 years later, that's what's left of Midgar. Just nothing but overgrowth.